Ask them, can they hear you? Tell them that you're trying to get back in.
Excuse me, Judge, can you hear me?
Put your phone on mute. Okay, calling case number C807311, the people versus Abed Farhat, one count of operating while visibly impaired. Oh, operating while intoxicated, excuse me, appearance.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Paul Stablin appearing on behalf and with Mr. Farhat.
Mr. Farhat, can you please state your full name for the record?
Sorry, Judge. Say my full name.
Yes, your full name.
My name is Abed Farhat.
Good afternoon to you. So for arraignment purposes, how are we moving forward?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Would waive any formal reading of the complaint or summons, and Mr. Farhat would stand mute. I'd ask the court to enter a not guilty plea in his behalf. We are, Judge, asking for a pretrial date. And if you want, and in regard to bond, Judge, I can address that if you'd like.
Okay, let's start with the pretrial date.
Last week you had it too, just to try to miss something out.
Beginning of October.
Yeah, you had it like right before Halloween, so this last week we were working with it.
So the earliest we can do right now is October 29th. Does that work for you, counsel?
I believe so, Judge. Let me just double check.
Judge, I can check your calendar with this.
Would that be in the morning or afternoon, Your Honor?
It'll be 8:30 in the morning.
I have another hearing scheduled that day at 9 o'clock. You know what? We'll take that date. I can probably move things around. It'll be fine.
I mean, we start at 8:30, so we'll be here at 8:30 sharp, and we'll take care of your case first. As long
That'd be
as we're
great,
fine.
Judge.
Yeah, we can take
Yeah,
care
yep.
of it.
We will be on time.
Okay. And if you need to leave at 9 o'clock for some reason, if it's not called yet, then, you know, we're flexible. Won't be an issue.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
And as far as bond, you had.
Judge, I'm asking the court to set a personal. I'm asking the court to set a personal bond. Mr. Farhat has no prior contact with law enforcement. He's never been in trouble before. As soon as this matter was, I mean, he met with me last week. I did file my appearance. Apparently, the court hasn't received it yet. But he's married. His wife is a physician. He has 3 or 4 children, I believe, that he does take 4. He does take care of them. They're young children. I'm asking the court to set a personal bond.
I will do that, especially because of the situation with the pandemic and COVID-19 running rampant in the county jail. I've been very lenient to put everybody on personal bonds right now.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Anything else?
Thank
Nope,
you.
that's it for today.
Okay, I will see you all on October 29th at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you to your staff.
Thank you.
Judge, we're back on the Friedberg matter. She's decided to avail herself of that offer.
Okay. Can you pull Shalonda Johnson's file? Yes, sure. I'm still going to do it.
No, I'm just saying, I don't want to throw it off, Judge, that's all.
I hear you. Mr. Roque, I'm going to put you on with Mr. Fuqua before we take this plea.
I need a little more time, Judge.
Yes.
I'm
How
just,
you doing?
Jeff.
Mr. Fuqua, I'm going to put you into a breakout room. Just go ahead and stay in there until Attorney Saroki comes in, okay?
All right.
All right, what do we got?
Station.
Well, I am ready, Judge. I was just kidding. What, is there an offer?
It's for only taking as a passenger.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Open intox as a passenger.
Okay, I got it. I'll go
I
in.
had to move you to the right room. Okay, now you're ready.
Thanks.
Oh, they disconnected it. Okay, I got it. Okay, now back to Ms. Freeberg.
Judge Yolanda Johnson.
That's Brandon.
Yep.
Have a technical hearing.
Okay. Calling case 713-855, the people versus Emily Friedberg. Count 1, no insurance. Count 2, no operator's license on person. Appearance?
Hey, please support Mark Magidson on behalf of Emily Friedberg, who appears by Zoom.
Ms. Friedberg, can you please state your name for the record?
Emily Friedberg.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
And for arraignment purposes?
We waive the formal reading, stand mute, ask if not guilty be entered.
Okay, not guilty for the purpose of arraignment, and how are we moving forward today?
Judge, I understand that the offer is to dismiss the no proof of insurance and amend the other charge to failure to display. I've discussed this offer and her rights to a trial and so forth regarding that, but she has decided to avail herself of this offer and proceed from there.
Okay. Mrs. Friedberg, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to your attorney today in private about your case and about your rights?
Yes, I did.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, they did not.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
I am.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
I am.
Do you understand, Ms. Friedberg, that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
I do.
And knowing that you're waiving that right, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
I do.
I'd like to bring your attention to March 11, 2020, around 8:15 a.m. in the area of 8 Mile and Hubble in the city of Detroit. Were you operating a 2019 Ford black vehicle?
I was.
Were you stopped by Detroit Police Department officer?
I was.
And at that time, did you fail to display a valid operator's license?
I failed to display my operator's license.
Okay, satisfied, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and I will dismiss count 2. So Ms. Friedberg, what I've been doing is waiving everyone's fines and costs. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same with you and waive your fines today to the court.
Thank you, Judge.
You are welcome. Did you post you didn't post a bond on this matter, did you?
No.
So you were all set. You may have to pay a reinstatement fee. I'm not sure based on, I don't have your driving record.
No, she has a valid license. She just didn't have it available.
Oh, Ms. Friedberg, do you also have insurance?
Of course, yes, and I did at the time.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, attorney, I should have, I couldn't ask the question before. I will vacate her guilty plea if she can email over valid documentation.
You'll do that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm going to put into the chat right now my email address. And once she provides that information, I will vacate and dismiss both.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Good job, Emily.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Judge.
So that's my email address. Let's see here. I'll send it to you, Ms. Friedberg.
Were you able to get that? Emily, were you able to get that?
Yep, I took a picture. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so email that over, and can you do that next 15, 20 minutes?
Absolutely, I'll do it right now.
And then I'm gonna have to go back on the record and vacate the guilty plea and dismiss, okay?
Okay, so I should just stay on the call and mute myself?
Or if you have to hang up, just call back in. We'll be here. We got a lot of people, okay?
Okay. Appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we have retained counsel done. Where would you like to start, Ms. Soroki?
So any of the people we talked to, if I can put them on the record, anyone, we're good.
Let me make sure, let me get the other Mr. Ford, logged
Certain.
off.
Certainly.
Okay.
I'm here.
Sir, Mr.
Hello?
Ford?
Yes.
What is your middle name?
Mr. Willie Ford,
What's your middle name?
James.
Okay, Mr. James, I think you're on your wrong court date. Let's see here.
I can't hear you.
Your court date is November 4th at 1:30.
Yeah, I thought you had told me last week. They gave me the wrong one. You said it was for the 22nd.
Okay.
Cause the last one they gave me was on the 15th, and I don't know why they gave me a ticket for the 15th. Then they had my court date for the 16th, and you told me to call back on the 22nd. Did you hear me?
I heard you. So we weren't supposed to pull that.
Oh, that's why I was thinking that too.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Ford. We'll get straight in a second. Don't hang
All
up.
right. Okay.
Okay, let's do Mr. Fenderson. Mr. Fenderson, go ahead and unmute your phone. And I need you to start
Hello,
your
Judge.
video. Hello.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. This is the People versus Marquise Fenderson Jr. calling case 455699. One count of no insurance. Appearance.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Pauline Soroki on behalf of Mr. Fenderson. At this time, he's going to accept the amended plea agreement.
Okay. And to be clear, Mr. Fenderson, you'll be pleading guilty to an amended charge of improper place. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to your attorney today, Ms. Soroki, in private about your case?
Yes.
Did anyone, you can put your hand down. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
You understand that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes.
Knowing that you're waiving that right, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to bring your attention to August 6, 2020, around 12:43 p.m. in the area of Pearson and Murray Hill in the city of Detroit. We're operating a 2006 Chevy Black vehicle without insurance.
Yes.
Satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, I will amend the charge to improper place, which is a 0-point offense. And I will also waive your fines and costs today, Mr. Fenderson. So that'll save you about $240, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You are welcome. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, you're all set. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
You too.
Okay, let's, is there a Jasmine Jefferson on the call?
Yes, I'm Jasmine Jefferson.
Ms. Jefferson, good afternoon.
Hi, how you doing?
Pretty good. I don't even think you need to talk to an attorney. You have 2 counts here, and the offer is for you to plead responsible to an amended 0-point offense of speeding 1 to 5 over. And the other count, the driver's license never acquired, will be dismissed. If you want to speak to an attorney, you can, or you can go ahead and plead responsible right now.
Yes, I would just plead responsible.
Okay. So you have 0 points, and I'm waiving fines and costs today, so it's a pretty good deal.
Okay, thank you. And I have another question because my husband was supposed to appear at 8:30 this morning, but he thought it was at 1 as well as mine.
You trying to help your cousin out right now?
My husband, no, he's my husband. No, I said my husband, ma'am. His name is Amont Jefferson. He was on your 8:30 docket. Yes, ma'am. Amont. Amont.
Mr. Jefferson,
Yes.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Andre.
A month.
Wait,
Wait,
and
oh, wait, I don't see.
let's take care of your wife first. Miss, can you put your wife back on the call?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just go stay near the phone so we can get it moving. A-M-A-R-T.
Last name Jefferson.
Oh, do you have it on there?
Okay, I'm gonna take care of your matter first. We have to pull his file since he's from the.
Okay.
Calling case 481193, the people versus Jasmine Jefferson, disregarding the red signal, and 481194, driver's license never required. Appearance,
Pauline Stroke, on behalf of Ms. Jefferson.
Ms. Jefferson, can you say your full name, please?
Jasmine Simone Jefferson.
Okay, as we just discussed, we're going to take the offer from the prosecution and be responsible to an amended charge of limited access 1 to 5 over the speed limit, which is 0 points, with the remaining misdemeanor count to be dismissed. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, is there a stipulation to the face of the ticket, Attorney Sabree?
No stipulated.
Okay, Ms. Jefferson, I just accepted your responsible plea. So you have 0 points, and I'm also waiving your fines and costs today, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
You are welcome. Now, Mr. Jefferson, you're gonna have to wait a second because there's no offer in here on this file.
Okay.
And we may have to just set a trial date. And I'm gonna have to set a trial date on this one because I need an original ticket because I don't have any information about the charge here.
Okay.
So I'll do that now. Calling case U 52661619, the people versus Amont. Is it a Mark or a Mark?
Amont, A-M-O-N-T, Edward Jefferson.
Spelled all the way wrong. Amont Jefferson?
Yes.
One, narcotic and drug-related violations. Appearance?
Your Honor, Pauline Stroke, on behalf of Mr. Jefferson. At this time, if there was a warrant issue, it has to be set aside.
Okay, if there is a warrant on here, it will be set aside. His pretrial was this morning. He missed this court date, so I am going to go ahead and set a trial date since there's no offer in the file, and also because I need an original ticket for this because it's a very vague count and I don't have any information as to what the allegations are.
Only November the 1st, second meeting.
Mr. Amont, your trial date will be November 10th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Okay.
So, did you have issues with logging in this morning, or you just had confusion as to when the date was?
I was confused about when the time was.
Okay, so your trial date is November 10th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's do Mr. Brandon Johnson. Ms. Freeberg, did
Hello?
you send over the
Yes, I did.
Okay. After Mr. Johnson, I'll call your matter.
Thank you.
This is the People versus Brandon Johnson, 457907, possession of marijuana under age of 21. Appearance?
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Brandon Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, can you state your full name, please?
Brandon Rayvonte Johnson.
Your Honor, at this time, we're requesting a bench trial date.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, do you understand you have a right to a jury trial?
Yes. Wait, huh? Can you repeat that for me?
Is somebody else in the car talking to you right now?
No.
Okay, what are you looking at?
Huh?
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the people outside.
I need you to focus, okay? You understand you have a right to a jury trial?
Yes.
Okay, did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything for you to waive that right today?
No.
Okay, I will continue your not guilty plea and set your trial date for November 10th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And what's your court date?
November 10th, 8:30 a.m.
Okay, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you are all set. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Friedberg. There's a recall calling case 713-855. Ms. Friedberg, can you put your name on the record, please?
Excuse me.
Pardon?
Can you put your name back on the record?
Yes, Emily Friedberg.
Okay, Ms. Friedberg, as I was going through your guilty plea, I discovered that you actually had valid documentation. So I'm going to vacate your guilty plea on the basis of, I had information that you did not know about the guilty plea, and that if you had valid documentation, you could have had your cases dismissed before the court. So I received your email and valid documentation for both counts, so I will dismiss both counts without prejudice.
Thank you, Judge.
Dismissed. You're welcome. Do you have any questions?
I do not, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
You are welcome. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, Sergio Furman. What are we gonna do with Mr. Ford?
Yes, Your Honor.
Send him back to
He would have to call into,
because we did, I mean, that was.
that was us. I can give him, where she's sitting. We can give him, Judge, she's sitting in 337
It was set for what, retrial?
arraignment.
They didn't give her an arraignment next week.
Oh. Okay.
You know what, I can go ahead, it's an arraignment, I can arraign him today and send it over to, wow.
Let me make sure I'm on, Judge.
Okay, take your time.
I just don't want it to burden, you know what I mean?
I'll arraign him, so it won't be passed around.
I understand.
Set a trial date, send it. That worked.
Yeah, it's fine. You should be fine.
Sergio first?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Hello.
Calling case SP 107-45501, People versus Sergio Furman, one count of improper plates. Appearance?
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of the defendant. He does actually have his registration for his new plates in his hand. If the court wanted to see that.
Mr. Roby, did you have an opportunity to see the documentation? Oh, it's very clear.
I did, Your Honor.
Okay, I will dismiss without prejudice.
Thank you.
You're all set, Mr. Furman. I dismissed your case, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Take it.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Mr. Willie Ford, not Willie C. Ford, the Willie Ford with the hat on. We're gonna I'm gonna arraign you today. Just hold on, we're getting you a pretrial date because you do have to go back to Judge Blount. But I'm not gonna pass you back to her. I'm gonna arraign you. We'll get you a pretrial date so that you can have, a date to come back to or something. You're on mute, by the way, Mr. Ford.
Thank you. December 2nd.
December 2nd.
All right.
Hello, you hear me now?
Yes.
All these tickets was on the same day. Why would it be a different court day? That's how they did it last time. They had one on the 15th and one was on the 16th.
I'm just telling you when your court date is. I'm not sure why you were brought over to my docket. I'm not sure what happened. It's a commercial vehicle case, which is not something that I handle. It should have been in front of Judge Blount. So I'm gonna arraign you instead of just send you back over there to wait for an arraignment date so that you can move forward with your pretrial.
So what day would that be?
December 2nd at 8:30 a.m.
On all these tickets?
on 3.
Can't hear you.
3. I have 3 counts here for you.
What counts was done?
What counts are they?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call your matter now. This is the People versus Willie James Ford, calling case SP 1092440. Count 1, driving commercial vehicle without a license in possession. Count 2, driving unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count 3, no insurance. Appearance.
I thought it was one of no.
Mr. Ford, we're on the record. Can you please just, for a second, just be quiet?
Pauline Stroke on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Ford, can you state your full name, please?
Willie James Ford.
Okay, Mr. Ford, I'm going to go ahead and arraign you. For arraignment purposes, Mr. Roki, how are we moving forward?
Your Honor, this time we waive the formal reading of the information and stand mute.
I will enter a not guilty plea for Mr. Willie James Ford. Mr. Ford, what is your question that you were trying to ask?
You said non-operating license. I thought it was non-operating plate.
I can't hear you.
It's supposed to be non-operating plate, not non-operating license.
It's not supposed to be anything but what I have in front of me. I'm not the police officer that issued these. I just have 3 counts in front of me.
Yeah, I'm looking at the tickets too. That's why I was asking you that.
You have a case number, Mr. Ford?
You say what was the case number?
Yes. You have a case number?
Oh, the number on the ticket saying SP 109244001.
Okay. Right. And that count, as I just read, is driving a commercial vehicle with no license in possession. So we are talking about the same case.
Oh, sorry about that.
So your pre-trial date in front of Judge Blount will be December 2nd at 8:30 a.m.
Okay, I'm about to write that down. December the 2nd at 8:30 a.m.
Second, like the number 2.
Okay. At 8:30?
8:30 a.m.
December the 2nd. 8:30.
When you go to Judge Blount's courtroom, don't call in there with the hat on. I didn't have the energy today to tell people how to show up to court.
Last time I took it off, I was in the car.
Well, you should have taken it off.
So all 3 of these tickets gonna go to him?
Okay, Mr. Ford, you're taking up way too much time over a date. December 2nd, all 3 counts, 8:30 a.m., okay? And take off your hat.
All right, thank you.
To Wyatt Foreman.
Yes.
Okay. Calling case 718-851, people versus Kawhi Foreman, 1 count of no operator's license on personal appearance.
Your Honor, Pauline Siraki, on behalf of the defendant, he's going to avail himself of the recommendation.
Okay, Mr.
Tawab
Foreman,
Foreman.
go ahead and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Sabree in private about your case today?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes, I'm guilty.
And Mr. Foreman, do you understand that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial? Meaning that if you plead guilty today, you won't have a trial on this matter. Understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And knowing that you're waiving your right to a trial, do you want to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
I'd like to bring your attention to July 25th, 2020, around 7:20 p.m. in the area of Edmond and Brush in the city of Detroit. Were you operating a 2020 gray Nissan vehicle?
Yes.
And were you stopped by Detroit Police Department officer?
Yes.
And did you fail to display a valid operator's license?
Yes.
Satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Foreman, I'm going to waive your fines and costs today, so you are all set.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions? I didn't hear you.
I said no, ma'am.
Okay, have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. Okay, Cheryl Moore, can you unmute your phone? Okay, let's move on to Mr. Willie Ford. Junior, that is. Mr. Willie Ford Jr., go ahead and unmute your phone. Calling case 332-170, people versus Willie C. Ford Jr., count 1, no operator's license in possession, and C. 545637, count 1, no driver's license, count 2, no proof of insurance, count 3, no registration or plate, which is a warning. Appearance?
Your Honor, Pauline Siraki, on behalf of the defendant, at this time he wishes to avail himself of the recommendation.
And Mr. Ford, can you state your full name for the record? Mr. Ford, your audio is going out.
Okay, hear me now?
Very. Can you state your name?
Willie C. Ford Jr.
Okay, there we go. Are you going to plead guilty today to 1 count of failure to display a valid operator's license?
Yes.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Sabree today about your rights in private?
No, I didn't speak to a time.
You know why? Because we had 2 Willie Fords today. Okay, Mr. Roki. Mr.
Your Honor, I have another question.
Go ahead, Mr. Ford. Hang up and call back in. Your audio is really bad. We'll be here, okay?
Okay.
Let's take care of Ms. Jackson in the meantime. Go ahead, Ms. Jackson, unmute your phone. There we go. Okay, calling cases 395-598, the people versus Tony Jackson. Possessing an open intoxicant as a driver, 183-955-971, driving while license suspended, and 717-970, drag racing or as a spectator? Appearance?
Your Honor, Pauline Stroke, on behalf of the defendant. Tim Reed, upon reading the information, my client's going to avail himself of the recommendation.
Okay. And Ms. Jackson, can you state your name for the record?
Tony Jackson.
Is that correct? You're going to plead guilty to an amended charge of open intoxicant as a passenger with the remaining counts to be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand? You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Sabree today in private about your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Jackson, do you understand that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes.
And knowing that you're waiving that right, do you want to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to bring your attention to May 13th, 2018, around 5:10 p.m. in the area of Dover.
May 13th?
May 13th, 2018.
Okay.
Around 5:10 p.m. in the area of Dover and Greenview in the city of Detroit. Were you in a 2003 Buick Tam vehicle in possession of open intoxicant?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay. I will amend the charge as we discussed to open intoxicant as a passenger and dismiss the two remaining counts as their stipulation of probable cause.
Your Honor, so stipulated.
Okay, Ms. Jackson, I'm waiving your fines and costs as well, so you don't have to pay anything to the court today, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, you're all set. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. Rashad Kukwa?
Yes.
Mr. Rogan, did you speak to Kukwa yet?
I spoke with Mr. Fuqua. I didn't, yes.
Okay.
He's gonna plead.
Okay, with open intox as a passenger.
Correct.
Okay, Mr. Kukwa, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, now let me call your case. Jumped right ahead. Calling case SP 109-21041, the people versus Rashad Kukwa, one count of open alcohol in a motor vehicle as a driver. Appearance?
Pauline Stroke, on behalf of the defendant, at this time, my client's going to avail himself of the recommendation.
Okay. Can you state your name, full name for the record, Mr. Kukwa?
Fuqua.
I can't hear you.
Rashad Fuqua.
Rashad Kukwa. Okay. Now, I already swore you in. Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Sabree in private about your case today?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
You understand that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes.
Knowing that you're waiving that right, do you want to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
I'd like to bring your attention to June 21st, 2020, around 12:32 a.m. in the area of East Outer Drive and Saran Street in the city of Detroit. Were you inside of a 2011 Dodge vehicle?
Yes.
And were you in possession of an open intoxicant?
Yes.
Satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, I will make the amendment to open alcohol in a motor vehicle as a passenger. And also I will waive your fines and costs today, so you don't have to pay anything to the court.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Do you have any questions?
Yeah. Part of it, like I had my pistol
So I'm trying to see exactly what those.
You breaking up. Say it again.
I'm trying to see like other ticket that's supposed to came with it. I never got it, but I had my pistol with me. So I'm trying to.
I instructed him to go on the court website and check his name to see if they issue any warrants for him.
Yeah, I've been checking since it happened. It happened like 2 months ago, so I'm just trying to get it taken care of. I got the judge in my face.
Okay, so what you know what it is? It's a felony case. That's why it's
So-
not. I only handle misdemeanors, so that'll be over at Frank Murphy. Oh, you have to be arraigned. Oh my God.
Judge King, probable
Cause conference. You're at the very beginning. October 6th at 8:35, you have your probable cause conference with Judge Kenny King at 36th District Court. So you have, that case hasn't even gotten over the Third Circuit yet. Did you hear the date?
Oh. Yeah, you said October 3rd?
October 6th.
Oh, October 6th. Okay.
Let me give you the Zoom number, okay?
Um,
Are you writing it down?
Yeah.
It's 360-438.
Yep.
0000.
Hey, thank you.
You are welcome. Any other questions?
Oh, no, that's it.
Okay, that's at 8:35, October 6th.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.
Okay, back to Mr. Willie Ford Jr. Okay, your audio is still bad, but we're gonna figure it out.
No.
It's really bad. Mr. Ruppy, can you just, can you talk to him over the phone?
Yeah, sure.
Um,
What, just tell me what his charges are and stuff.
Yep, it's no driver's license, no insurance, and no operator's license in possession.
Fail to display?
Yep.
Okay.
I had another ticket.
You have another ticket other than that ticket with 3 counts?
Yes.
Is that on 2 separate tickets, Judge, or 1 ticket?
It's 2 separate tickets. He
So
had
that-
one other, but it was a warning, so it was for no registration, but they put it as a warning, so I didn't even mention it.
So you actually have 2 separate tickets with these charges on them?
Yeah, one after the
Okay. We're not gonna do this any longer. So, Mr. Ford, you can call this number. Mr. Rugged, what's your phone number?